July 28, 2026. For several days, the battlefield across the Middle East appeared to be entering a temporary lull. Then, Iran changed the situation. Without warning, multiple ballistic missiles launched from Iranian territory toward American forces operating in the Middle East. United States Central Command classified the operation as an attempted surprise attack. This opening salvo forced U.S. defensive systems into a purely reactive posture before offensive planning could even begin. These missiles originated from within Iran, utilizing the country's rugged geography to mask their locations. Iran relies on a network of underground infrastructure to execute a shoot-and-scoot tactic. Mobile launch vehicles emerge from hardened bunkers, fire their payloads, and relocate before they can be targeted. The physics of a ballistic flight profile create a unique challenge for defenders. After launch, the weapon accelerates rapidly, climbing through the middle atmosphere and traveling the majority of its trajectory outside the lower atmosphere. During the final descent, the weapon reaches extremely high speeds. This velocity compresses the window for defenders to track the threat and make a firing decision. Missile defense is a race against time that must begin the moment sensors detect a launch plume. Defeating these weapons requires an integrated sensor network. Satellites, ground-based radar, and airborne sensors must coordinate in real time to build a precise firing solution. Advanced missile defense batteries, including THAAD systems positioned in the region, responded to the incoming threat. CENTCOM reported a total success. Every Iranian ballistic missile involved in the attack was intercepted. Attackers often utilize saturation warfare, using volume and varied weapons to overwhelm finite radar coverage and exhaust a defender's supply of interceptors. This 100% intercept rate neutralized the incoming munitions and entirely denied Iran its intended strategic effect. The ballistic missiles were only one vector. Over the preceding 72 hours, Iran-aligned groups in Iraq had conducted more than 30 aerial drone attacks. These low-altitude strikes targeted American forces and Saudi Arabian energy infrastructure. CENTCOM assessed that these Iraqi-based groups operate under the direct guidance of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Proxy warfare creates a complex targeting problem. Neutralizing a launcher inside Iran does not stop a drone team operating hundreds of miles away in Iraq. The response came quickly. On July 28th, United States and Saudi Arabian forces conducted coordinated precision strikes inside eastern Iraq. Saudi fighter aircraft participated directly in these offensive strikes, marking a transition from defending their own airspace to conducting retaliatory operations. This shift is driven by the principle of deterrence. An adversary must believe that attacking will incur costs greater than any expected benefit. Saudi Arabia's offensive participation altered the strategic calculus, expanding the number of capable state actors willing to retaliate against Iranian aggression. CENTCOM specifically targeted logistics and weapons sites. This phrasing reflects the reality that a drone attack requires a massive support network to function. This network consists of several interconnected nodes. A weapon system depends on transportation, storage, fuel, programming, and personnel. The objective is to break these support pieces faster than the enemy can rebuild them. When these nodes fail, the enemy's operational tempo slows down. Attacking the operational network guarantees long-term degradation. Destroying a single launcher stops one attack. Destroying the logistics network prevents the next 20. 24 hours later, on July 29th, the United States escalated. American forces launched a heavy wave of strikes directly against the IRGC inside Iran. The targets included coastal surveillance and maritime capabilities that threatened the strategic waterways of the Persian Gulf. CENTCOM also hit command centers, targeting the leadership and organizational structures that direct regional operations. F-15E Strike Eagles delivered these precision munitions, utilizing their heavy payload capacity to strike dozens of targets across the country. These strikes were a systemic attack on Iran's total regional military capability. Modern warfare depends on a continuous intelligence cycle. Find, fix, track, target, engage, assess. The battlefield is fluid. Drone units relocate and radars stop transmitting, requiring constant verification before a strike is authorized. This visualization separates verified operational facts from public speculation. While we can confirm the general target categories and the successful interceptions, specific flight routes and bunker locations remain unverified. Rigorous military analysis requires knowing exactly where certainty ends. In just 48 hours, the region moved from ballistic missile defense to multinational coalition strikes to direct attacks on sovereign Iranian territory. This is the danger of a networked regional conflict. A drone launch in Iraq triggers a Saudi response. A missile from Iran threatens U.S. bases in Jordan. One action produces a chain reaction across the entire theater, and the region entered another dangerous phase of escalation. This is the blast radius network. Military operations, strategic consequences, no speculation, only the operational picture.